Hi and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is Mitch and I'm going to do a walk around video of this 2015 WRX STI. Now, starting at the front of the car, I'm going to point out any minor imperfections that I pick up, obviously show you some of the features, functions of the vehicle that are going to appeal to a buyer for a small performance vehicle like the WRX STI itself. So starting at the front, you can see this large opening area in late here for the top mounted intercooler, which we'll see when we have a look at the engine. We've got our AWD daytime driving lights, which wrap around the main headlight system in the middle there, and obviously lower indicators and our fog lights down the bottom. Moving around to the driver's side front wheel. The wheel is in immaculate condition, no marks on it at all, just a little bit of a leaf there. In perfect condition. Tyres, quite a lot of tread left on those as well. I'd say get easily about 20,000, 40,000 Ks out of those. Obviously STI badge with a side vent down the side here. Very particular for the STI model. Now there are some minor scuff marks down here on the lower side skirt section. They look to be maybe from someone's shoes as they've been getting in and out of the vehicle. Actually just coming off with just a little bit of rubbing from my fingers, so they'll easily polish out down the bottom there. Moving up, we've got obviously a nice design feature on the WRX and the STI models, is this front little quarter window here. So you can see there, you've got the main window and the front A-pillar window there. Electric mirrors with indicated LED indicators. Your fuel door is on the driver's side. Now looking at the rear wheel is in fantastic condition as well. A little bit of brake dust on it, but that'll easily clean up. Same with this tyre as well, fantastic tread left on that as well. Moving around to the back of the vehicle, WRX STI is known for its signature high top spoiler. As you can see, integrated there into the boot lid. Large badging, so everyone knows what you're driving. Rear diffuser, so this is common on a lot of performance vehicles. And obviously dual outlets on either side for the exhaust. This is an aftermarket exhaust system, and if I open the boot, you can see in here that there is a section here for the original exhaust, a rubber factory floor mat, and it is wired up ready for any subwoofer at all. Showing the boot there. Coming around to the passenger side rear wheel. Now, other than that one scuff mark on the driver's side skirt, I can't see any other imperfections on the vehicle at all. This wheel is in immaculate condition as well as the others. No gutter rash at all, especially, you know, you'd expect, oh, maybe a tiny, no, that's all right, just a bit of water. So yeah, obviously on the passenger side, the curb side, you might expect some gutter rash, but these wheels are in fantastic condition. And again, tyres almost new. No marks at all on the side skirts at all. You can see again, large mirror with the indicator, STI badging with the side vent, and then the passenger side front wheel, there is a tiny little nick just on the wheel, I can see there. Other than that, it is in perfect condition. Tyre on this side as well, practically brand new as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the bonnet now and show you through the engine. Okay, so looking in the engine bay here, you can notice on the top of the bonnet there, that's the inlet from the bonnet scoop leading into the intercooler there sitting on top of the engine. So in the 2015 WRX STI, it does use a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder flat 4 turbocharged engine. It does create 221 kilowatts, 407 Newton meters of torque. Now this one has got a few performance upgrades to it. You wouldn't know from looking at it. Has got the aftermarket exhaust and dump pipe for free flowing exhaust gases. It is a fun car to drive with the 6-speed manual transmission. In terms of fuel economy, your combined figure is going to be about 10.4, and that's running on 98 fuel only. It won't take anything less. Alright, so now we're sitting in the WRX STI. I'll start off by moving across from the right hand side of the vehicle across to the centre. So on the driver's door we've got the mirror controls with folding mirror button as well, so those mirrors will fold in if you want them to as well. Window locks, child locks, and also the door locks with auto driver's window up and down, and obviously the electric front and rear windows as well. Moving across then, we've got your boot button, traction control, your starter button. So this car does have keyless entry and keyless start. Very handy, means you don't have to take your key out of your pocket, your bag, etc. Just walk up to the car, grab the door handle, jump in, start the car, you're off. It does also have a dimmer switch for your instrument cluster as well. Okay, next the steering wheel is tilt and reach adjustable. So once you do obviously get that in a position that is comfortable for yourself, you just pull the lever up on the left hand side of the steering column. Now, steering wheel, full of buttons, full of accessories there. So you've got your cruise control on the right hand side of the steering wheel here, and then your audio and telephone and menu controls on the left hand side of the steering wheel. Okay, underneath that we do have a trip computer mode that cycles through the different trip modes. For example, at the moment we've got our digital speedometer, really handy to have. Now, stalks on the rear of the steering wheel on the right hand side, like all vehicles from Oceania, I should say, has the indicators and lights, and then the wipers on the left. Okay, moving across the center console here, starting from the top, we do have an information display. Now that information display is currently showing our boost gauge. So with the car running at the moment, we can see that it is in vacuum. Some little terminology there for some people that know what I'm talking about. As we rev it up, we can see that it will obviously go up with as the engine, as the turbocharger builds up pressure for the turbocharger system to work. Below that we have our hazard lights, and this button here is like a joystick which lets us control that top center screen. So we've got a clock, fuel consumption, history. This is the all-wheel drive system. A few more bits of telemetry there, so you can see the acceleration percentage jumping up, and then back to the boost gauge. Below that we have our infotainment system. So at the moment we're sitting on the navigation, really simple to use, clear. You're going to find exactly where you're going really easily with the system. So simple to put in an address, start your navigation. Pushing the home button there, you've got your home screen there, mobile apps, audio, telephone, etc. So this car and its audio system will do everything, and it has got a CD slot at the top, and it also does have a micro SD card loaded there with the navigation system in it. If you wanted to, you can take that out and play music from that. You don't have to be purely reliant on the map system, but obviously it is there for a reason. Below that, obviously your air conditioning controls. Beneath that we have an auxiliary input, USB, including charger, and a 12-volt socket as well, so little cover there. Okay, now being the STI, it is trimmed with the carbon fibre center console, which does run across onto the front passenger compartment as well. Obviously STI badging, red STI gear selector. Now it does have obviously first, second, third, fourth, up to 6, and it does have quite a short throw, very direct, and it does have a reverse lockout. So to access reverse in this car, we actually pull the silver collar, the black and silver collar up, and pull across and down to the right. That activates reverse, and then you can see our reverse camera. There are also parking sensors as well on the vehicle, so you can obviously help yourself guiding back as well as the camera. Now behind that is what Subaru call SI Drive. SI Drive controls the boost map for the vehicle, which makes the car either intelligent, which is a little bit more like learning on the fly, sport, and sport sharp. Now sport sharp is going to be the most aggressive setting. You also have an option for your C diff, that's your central differential. You've got auto or manual. Most people just leave it in auto. You can therefore move to manual, and through that switch you can change that setting, and it does come up on the center console. So you can see that up there, changing how quickly that central diff will lock. Back to auto, the car will do everything itself. Leather wrapped handbrake, cup holders, center console there. Now the car does absolutely present beautifully. The partial leather, suede inserts, red stitching, beautiful seats. That does carry over onto the door cards. I've got a bit of service history in there. I have checked the service history. The service history is up to date. It is a very clean car, and I believe it will not last long. Thanks for watching my walk around video on the 2015 WRX STI. In the condition that it is in perfect, almost factory condition. It does qualify for our mechanical protection plan that can cover you up to 5 years or 200,000 kilometres. More information on that is in the link below. Please follow that and watch the video on that. It's fantastic, you'll learn a lot. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us on 9907 0555. My name's Mitch, and on behalf of the team here at Berwick Mitsubishi, I'd like to thank you for watching us. And customer service is what we thrive at. So thank you very much and see you soon.